I need to show you something. I just finished watching the movie Past Lives, the 2024 Best Picture nominee, and I found something remarkable about it. Look at this. This is an InYeon. And this word is the core concept behind the movie Past Lives. It's a Korean word. It means providence or fate, but it's specifically about relationships between people. It comes from Buddhism and reincarnation. It's an InYeon if two strangers even walk by each other in the street and their clothes accidentally brush, because it means there must have been something between them in their past lives. If two people get married, they say it's because there have been 8,000 layers of InYeon over 8,000 lifetimes. Unresolved fate, reconnecting, and acceptance. This is what I felt from Past Lives, a beautiful Oscar-worthy film directed by Céline Young. It's a beautiful movie about two people who were childhood sweethearts and reconnect later in life to resolve being separated from each other. What they find is both beautiful and heartbreaking. And what we learn about as well is the concept of InYeon. One of the film's leads, Tae Yoo, explains how the concept of InYeon changed his life in a Forbes interview in 2023. He says, and there's some brief spoilers toward the end, quote, "InYeon is the circumstances of two people in their current lifetime. The idea that something needs to be or must be resolved or changed in the relationship is also in and of itself a type of InYeon. The concept is to accept the circumstances of a relationship with the belief that it'll be different in another lifetime. In Asian cultures, the circumstances with InYeon are not to be judged. There is nothing to resolve or change. It just is. Hao Sung, the male character in Past Lives, found closure with Na Young, his childhood sweetheart, once he saw that her InYeon, with Arthur, her husband in the movie, was the right one for her in this lifetime." What an amazing concept. The idea that people could be strangers, and you also might be close to them because they meant something great to you in a past life. What's even crazier is that if you accidentally brush up against someone, it might be the only interaction you have with them in this lifetime, but you brush up against them because you may have had a child with them 700 years ago or 6,000 years ago, or you may have saved their life, or they may have saved your life, or some sort of great interaction may have happened, or maybe a smaller interaction in a past life just because you actually touched fabric with them. Think about all the people that you bumped into at the farmer's market. Think about all the times you've been through the drive-thru at Burger King and touched someone's hand when they handed you a bag. If this concept is correct, and the beautiful thing that I love about it is that you can't prove that it's not correct, that those people meant something to you in a different place in time and space. I thought this movie was really good. It was really sad, not in a Michelle Williams kind of way, but in a happy, sad kind of way, like the beauty of life and this idea of InYeon and catching up with someone in the past that you may have had a bright spark with, but then it got extinguished for reasons beyond your control, like in their case when they were children and one of them moved away. The idea that you almost time travel when you meet someone that you knew earlier in life and you're catching up with them all these years later and you're sort of focusing on your past image of them meshing with the current image of them, and so you sort of catch up with them in this really advanced way of time travel through our brain and our eyes and everything. But the power that you could have these beautiful feelings for someone in the past, and who knows how far back we're talking here when you think about the concept of InYeon, but there's like a stability to that idea that I think this movie really pulls off. There's like a sense of connection, no matter how severed you think it might be. That connection, that thread is always still there.